Hey Choppers, welcome back to part 2 of Logan Chops Review's playthrough of Kzmatic Keep, which is set in the Legend of Novus campaign setting for 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons. Legends of Novus is a board game that kickstarted on Kickstarter. Yeah, Kickstarter on Kickstarter. That makes sense. And it funded on Kickstarter a couple months back, and is getting ready for full production to be sent out to the backers. And this is an adventure that the designer Wes has developed for 5th edition D&D called Kzmatic Keep, and it takes place in the Legend of Novus realm. Now, the X crew has gone through the first part of the adventure, being kidnapped by a wizard and basically forced to help him be freed from this keep where he has been imprisoned by a lich, and he's been looking for adventures, and this is the first party to actually make it past the first room and to be going through the keep. They've come up against some puzzles and found a little bit of clues about what's going on, but now they're getting into further into the keep. In this part of the adventure, they come up against a little bit more difficulties, some combat situations that they didn't come up with in the first part, and we were trying to finish it all this session, but we actually is going to be a third part where we were only planning on having 2 parts. So there'll be a third part after this one, and we'll put the link to that in the description and the link to this one in the description of the third one. If you would like to help out Logan Chops Reviews to keep bringing you more of these D&D adventures from the X crew, as well as Kickstarter previews for games and reviews for regular games and how to plays for the games, we have a Patreon that we just launched a week or 2 ago that is going, and it's got a couple tier levels. The first one is to have your name added to the title card at the end of our videos, and the next one up from that is to actually get access to our videos as they are uploaded before they are released. So we'll put a link to the Patreon down below if you want to check it out. We always appreciate the pledges and all the help for the channel that you choppers give to us. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get the X crew into the latter part of Kzmatic Keep from the Legend of Novus Adventures by Fundamental Games. Yeah.
It's fine.
So you get the door open, and in the room you see the bridge leading over, and there's a little 10-foot gap, 10-foot wide gap in the bridge. Below the bridge, about 6 feet down, the water's rushing from one side of the room. Seems to come through the wall of one side of the room and just go straight through the wall of the other side of the room. And there's nothing else really to note on the walls or ceiling on this side of the chamber. The bridge, from what you can see, is comprised of simple boards of wood nailed to the frame, and the frame is supported by long rods of iron that come down from the ceiling.
How narrow is this bridge?
It seems to take about let's say like 20 feet across. I don't have full dimension on the bridge, but
that's a huge bridge.
That's a huge bridge.
Yeah, no,
okay, let's say 10
not
feet.
20 feet wide.
Let's say 10 feet wide. Yeah, let's say 10 feet wide. It's 50 feet across to the other side of the room. So let's
but like, if it's 10 feet wide, then we can like easily kind of walk forward like next to each other. For
and there's a 10-foot wide hole in the middle of the bridge where it's missing.
If I poke the hole with my quarterstaff, it is indeed a hole. There's not.
Yeah, it's on the other side of the bridge. You have to walk most of the way over the bridge to get to the hole.
Oh.
What were you saying?
How high up?
How high up?
Yeah. Can we see the ground?
Well, you don't see any ground. You just see water. There's pure water underneath the bridge. It's about 6 feet down from the bridge. So the bridge arcs over.
Are we like on an alcove, or are we already on?
No, as soon as you open the door, the bridge is right there on that side. And you can see on the other side of it, you can see a door on the other side. I'm sorry, the gap, the 10-foot gap is in the center of the bridge. Right? In the center of the bridge.
And is the frame still crossing the gap? Like, could we possibly climb the frame across the gap, or is there just?
Possibly. Yeah, possibly.
So if we fall in, it's not that deep. We're not that far.
The water? No, it's just a 6 foot drop into the water.
But the water's raging?
Yeah, it just comes from one side and goes straight to the other side. It's just taking up the whole thing. It seems to be as powerful as a river. I'm not going to start singing Mulan
doesn't
songs.
take much flow of water to
Force
carry
of
it
a
away.
raging river. Damn.
I'll walk up to the gap in the bridge and I'll try and climb across the railing.
Should we tie some rope to you? Just in case?
Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as you start getting close to the gap in the bridge, a jet of water just shoots up in the middle of the gap, just straight up, like blocking any kind of way, and it just shoots up and then goes straight down.
And it's not an illusion because you can see.
It's not an illusion. This is the actual water shooting up. When this happens, your ring starts tingling.
Guys, my ring's tingly right now. Not sure why, but it's tingly.
I don't like it. I don't like it one bit.
You know.
Just being honest.
Might want to find a private place to take care of
My ring. That is all. So I'm gonna walk closer to the edge, but like not, you know. And does the water floop up again?
Yeah, the water. As soon as you get close, the water shoots up in a giant.
Does the ring continue to tingle?
Yeah, the ring
extra
tingles.
tingle?
The ring tingles.
And
you can, when you guys get this close, you two are this close to the center of the bridge. You can see on the other side, there looks to be a piece of parchment, like hooked up, like taped. Well, no, hung from the other door on the other side of the room.
Well, that's not gonna help us over here.
Yeah, probably.
I mean,
Is there something hung on this side?
No, there's nothing on this side.
Okay. And now the water is only shooting up in the middle where the bridge is. It's not like it doesn't extend beyond the sides of the bridge.
No, it just shoots up in a fountain jet of water right in that opening in the bridge.
Do you want to swing around the side?
That's what I was thinking.
Get some
I mean,
rope.
we've got
someone to the other side. And
we've got the suspension coming from the ceiling. If we can get the rope lashed to the top, then we can swing around.
I want to do something, but my guy's not smart, so
What does your
Your
not
honesty is
not smart guy want to do?
Well, I have a hand axe of returning. I
Oh.
wanted to chuck it at the sign and see if it brings the sign back.
It's just a piece of paper, piece of parchment. You see.
You're gonna cut it in half. Yep.
Well, maybe it's something that you would think of instead of that.
So you have to knock it down so that it'll float across, not into the water, maybe?
Because
No?
the axe is supposed to come back to, like Thor, but with the sign.
It's not a sign. It's a piece of
Okay.
parchment. It's paper hanging on
With
the
the
door. With a note, yes. You can certainly try if you want to.
What do I do?
Go ahead and roll me an attack. Let's see if you can roll. You can actually hit the paper.
maybe I should use my knife.
Yeah. Let's see, we'll set this for, let's see. Okay, yeah, let's put this at a 15 and see if you actually hit the paper. 16? Yeah, 16? Yeah, 16. Hit the paper. I'm gonna roll some percentile here. Let's see if you get above 50%. We're gonna say that it sticks without cutting it in half, and that's 64%. Okay, so it goes. Your axe whips around, and the corner of it just happens to catch the paper. The corner, yeah, can't
Puts it
believe
in
it.
his pocket and brings it back.
And are there any rules for your weapon returning or anything? It just says it returns.
Should just be in
it
your
just
hand
says
next
that
round.
it's a returning axe.
This is a returning axe.
You're the DM. You already rolled, so you have to let it happen.
Okay. Wow. That's how this happens.
That sounds like a terrible future ramification.
Yeah.
Returns to its thrower upon command. Come back.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll.
And I can do it like Scorpion.
I'm gonna do. Yeah.
Come over here.
So if you get above 50%, the note does not fall off the axe while whipping back to return to you. Okay, so the paper comes back on the axe.
I can't read.
Probably. Barbarian girl. Okay, so you got a piece of paper in your hand.
I can read it. She handed it to me.
Okay.
I'm gonna read it.
So on the paper, it says, Zonda's first major magical creation was an elemental ring that could manipulate and emit elemental energies of his choice. The ring is now hidden behind one of the elements somewhere in this keep.
Cool. I'm gonna hold the ring out and I'm gonna get close to the edge, and then when the water comes up, I'm gonna hold the ring out and I'm gonna think of ice.
You're gonna think of ice?
Yeah. I'm gonna think of ice. I'll be like, you a frosty one, aren't you? Trying to freeze it so that it becomes its own path.
Okay. So what are you doing with the piece of paper?
I'm gonna hand it back to you while I do this foolish thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what are you doing with the piece of paper while she's trying to think of ice, which looks like it's having no.
Oh great!
Oh yeah.
So.
Okay, you're gonna hold the.
I'm trying to read it. I'm
Okay, so while she's reading it, you guys all notice on the back of the piece of paper, there's a word.
Gladius.
Oh, when you say the word, the ring starts tingling.
Oh.
And starts getting a little bit cold.
On my finger,
on
as
your
if
finger.
my finger is going to freeze off.
So you're summoning Captain Planet
I guess.
Yeah, so it starts tingling. Really cold.
Really cold.
Really, really cold.
Really, really cold.
Really cold. As cold as this cool can of.
Oh, then it's totally fine. Yeah, if it's only reaching soda temperature, it can stay.
Soda's pretty cold.
Just gonna aim it.
You're gonna aim it out. Okay, so as you aim it out, an intense cold wind comes from the blowing out from the ring, and seems to freeze over the raging water. Which, as it freezes over, you can see it seems like it has some kind of face in it, like it was a living being below you.
Awkward.
Yeah. And now it is completely frozen over, and as you see,
And really pissed.
the last bit of it freeze over, the door on the far wall looks like it unlatches and opens a little bit.
Okay. So it's not a path, though. Is there still a gap? Is this a mind the gap?
There's a little gap, but the water is raining so much that you could just walk right over the ice, over the water.
just walk over ice. So that sounds.
I mean,
super safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who doesn't walk on ice?
I'm just gonna
I'm gonna kind of jump on myself and just jump over
Just
it.
jump over it. That works too. Yeah.
Oh, well, I was just gonna cast Bless, just because.
Bless.
Because Bless.
Because she's like, I want to cast bless.
Well,
So.
but saving throw, just in case. So on myself, this lovely creature who brought us the paper, and let me see, you have the dex stuff.
I have great ideas.
Okay, you, because I guess your dex probably isn't so great.
Well, that's
It's
good.
also great. Well, dang. Fine. Unnecessarily on you as well. There. I cast Bless.
So I'm going to carefully cross over the ice. But before I do that, I'm going to tie my rope to myself and hand the other end to my compatriots. And I'm going to carefully cross over the ice.
Not you.
I guess.
No, they just get a free spell from you. You don't hold their ropes or anything else. And...
Again, I'm not really made for that.
Yeah.
I'll give it.
Okay. So Jotun is gonna hold your rope.
Jotun.
Yeah. So are you going first, Jotun, and or is Kane going first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
And I'll make sure that she has one, but I'm also tying it to the railing.
So.
And around.
How many ends does this rope have?
Well, she's holding.
It's tied on you, but it's tied on the railing, and she has an end.
No, she's holding them.
Magical way.
That way it'll
Should I
catch
just hold
you.
the end that's hanging off of the bridge?
I'm just gonna randomly
The
look
other
at the
end?
camera too when you guys do something.
Alright, so I'm going to cross it.
Okay, so you're gonna cross it. Go ahead and make me a dexterity saving throw. Yeah. No, just a regular
Acrobatics.
dex check, or yeah, you can do acrobatics right now. That's a dex, right? Yeah, athletics is a strength, right?
Right.
Yeah. What do you mean acrobatics?
15.
Yeah, you're good.
Alright,
Two
so
dice.
I'll hold the rope so that
I'm
people
gonna
can
Hold on to the rope.
hold on
that's
to the
being
rope
held
and-
on by his literal body and her as I cross.
Go ahead and make me an acrobatics with advantage since you're able to hold on to the rope.
That's good. Yeah, I got 20.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
She danced
The other option would have been 5.
But
You-
That's good.
it's a good thing with
I jumped over it.
Oh, you already.
Yeah, you jump. Yeah, boom.
I'm gonna wait for you.
All right. I'm gonna jump as well.
You're gonna jump because you were casting.
I cast
you
jump on
cast-
myself and then jumped.
Oh, you just gonna.
I've got an acrobatic skill and a very high jump.
Are you
I
gonna
should-
use the rope to guide you while you're?
Just
You
use
know
the
what,
rope
sure.
and get
Oh,
advantage.
yeah, go ahead. Yeah, roll the
It gives
acrobatic check
advantage.
with advantage. Yeah, take a higher roll.
Hey, 22.
Yeah. You're like ice skating with the rope.
Jumped up on the rope and just like walked across.
Yeah. It's like that.
It's not a tightrope.
What are you doing, Jotun?
What?
Jotun.
With,
I'm gonna.
with the,
Are you
with the
gonna use the
again?
rope while they're
Yeah,
holding the rope?
it's connected.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and
Well, it wasn't
make me
supposed to be
acrobatics
tightrope.
check with advantage.
Acrobatic.
Acrobatics with advantage though.
220.
220.
Can't be that.
10, 10, 220.
Do you have an 8 or something? No.
This doesn't like making checks.
You have the suspension from
15.
You're good.
Oh, you're fine.
So you all get across to the other side, and you see that the door is open. I'm excited for you guys.
Don't
I guess I'll just cut off the end of my rope. Cut off the
Just-
10 feet of my rope.
Yeah.
40 feet of rope instead of 50.
So coming through the door, you can see that there's light coming from the door from where it's cracked open. You see like bright light coming from inside.
I'm gonna really quickly repeat the mantra of faith.
Faith.
Yeah. And then I'm
It
gonna.
would be nice.
Yeah, I know, right? Who's gonna go first?
I'll go ahead and go first.
Okay, resistance. Go ahead.
That's futile.
Not me.
Point at me.
So when you push the door open, you can see that the room is dimly lit by glass globes, presumably magically lit, hanging from the ceiling by thin chains. The trapezoidal room has no furnishings of any kind. It is easy to see from one end of the room to the other. The walls are covered with painted trees and plant life, the kind you would find in a lush rainforest or jungle. The paintings are somewhat crude, of smeared greens, blacks, and reds to form an interesting visual. What catches your eye the most, though, is the floor. It is made of a lighter colored stone with intricate grooves forming paths and lines in every which way. Some are curved, some are straight. There does not seem to be any specific pattern to them. These stones and grooves encompass the entire floor of the room, but it's impossible to determine if they serve any purpose. Across the room is another doorway. It's open, but you can't make out what's on the other side from here.
architect really likes trapezoids.
He also designed the Dharma.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Completely lost. Yeah.
So there's lots of green and lots of random squiggles on the ground.
Yes.
Do they seem random in nature, or do they seem like there might be some sort of pattern to them?
On the ground?
Yep.
No, they just seem to be just like random lines, squiggles. No discernible pattern.
Can we move them at all, or are they?
No, they're carved into the floor.
Okay.
And there's lovely fauna images.
Images all over the walls.
I guess
Okay.
I'll start crossing the room
And
to
he
the
can't
other
see
door.
any illusions.
Any illusions? No, it does not see
Okay.
any illusions. You're making your way across the room?
Right.
Okay. So you start walking. Is everybody in the room? Where's everybody at? You're what?
I go in the room.
I'm going around.
They're holding the door open.
I'm helping hold the door open.
Yeah, block the door open.
Just in case we want to go for a swim.
No, I mean, I couldn't stop that part.
The water's ice now. It's gonna be hard to go for a swim on that.
Just the center.
Yeah, but you used all your rope. You can't, like...
No,
Don't
not all
bring
rope.
you back up.
Just 10 feet of rope.
Oh, okay.
I still have 40 feet left.
Plus, we still have my rope.
Oh, good.
Alright. So you get about a third of the way across the room. How are you walking? Are you walking straight for the other door? Are you serpentining? Are you hopscotching? Are you skipping across the room? How are you?
No, just go straight for the door.
You're just gonna go straight for the door. Okay, so you get about a third of the way across the room when suddenly the stones beneath your feet start to tremble and shift, and it's slightly at first, but it becomes increasingly agitating. And at the same time, both of the doorways you see seal shut,
Oh,
and they push you both into the room as they close. Yeah,
No, I was like seeing.
and
Hit me like that, cut me in half.
no, they're trying to push you in there, and a wall of stone covers up the entrance. It comes from the floor, covering up the entrance that were there once there.
rude.
The globes of light above intensify, firing a beam of light at each of you. The light is nearly blinding, and you have no choice but to shut your eyes to their searing glow. I need everybody. It says to make a save versus magic, but we really don't have magic. There's no saves versus magic in 5th edition. So we're just gonna say,
Intelligence, wisdom.
no, go ahead. Make me a save versus con. Yeah, let's do con.
Or an add a d4.
Add a D4.
Wait, why do we add a D4?
I
He
add a
does.
D4.
Oh,
You don't. So Glass has run out by now, but I did do resistance on him when he walked in the door.
So
So that's 17 total for me.
17 total.
I have danger sense
Okay.
with this.
That's a
That's a dex save. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I rolled
You roll okay then? What'd you get on your
20.
20 and that 20?
No, not that. 20. Wait, does it have to be over 20?
No. What'd you get?
20.
You got a 20.
17.
She's not
17.
so-
But it Vin did.
A 9.
9 and a 10.
It's a very sad cat.
That is a sad key. So you each take 2 points of damage from the light hitting you, Vin and Barrick. And then the light glares with that burning intensity
It
for
glares?
It
It glares?
glares, yes.
The light glares?
For only a burning intensity for only a few seconds, during which your entire body starts tingling with the feeling of being prickled with needles. As it dissipates, though, you are able to open your eyes again,
Pencils back there?
and you find you have all been moved to a small room. made of the same kind of stone that it's on the floor. The walls of the room and the corridor leading out of it are very tall, at least 40 feet in tall in comparison to your own height. As you gain your own bearings, you notice that the room is still lit by the glowing orbs, but the orbs above the room look significantly larger than before.
So we got transported to a bigger room that looks the same.
The bigger room that looks the same, but the orbs above you look significantly larger. Go ahead and make me an intelligence check. Since you asked that question.
Maybe we got shrunk.
11.
So yeah, you realize that just like Vin just said over here, that it's not a different room. You've just gotten smaller, and that the grooves. You realize the grooves in the floor are no longer grooves; they were walls that popped up.
So we're a lot smaller.
You're a lot smaller.
Also, we're not together, or are we all together?
No, you're all together.
Even though he was.
So they got moved back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You guys got moved forward, and because the room's not bigger, but you're smaller. But yeah, the grooves and everything are there
Great.
around you guys.
So we're
So how big are we talking? Are we talking like halfling or like
The rooms or the walls are at least 40 feet tall in comparison to your own height.
So more like ant. Maybe a mouse.
You know, the nice thing about this trip is I'm really getting to experience a lot of different perspectives. So, currently we have giant walls around us. What openings are there in these much larger walls?
Regrettably, I do not have a map for this part, so we're going to do this with percentile rolls to see which way you guys go. And as you're going, I am going to keep track. We're going to do, let's put it at 5 rolls above 50% will lead you to the right direction to get out. And after each roll, we're going to make
survival check?
a D20. Oh, we can do a survival check, sure. I was just going to do a D20 roll because I've got some possible encounter things that could happen here for you. But yeah, we can do a survival check.
I mean, I could use survival to, keep us going at least in the same direction.
Yeah. Well, that's all I was going to say, do the 5 percentile checks. But we can make survival checks. You do if you get 3 survival checks, then you guys are able to correctly navigate through there. Okay. I know, 6 all over. Okay, so make me a survival check. Who's in the lead? Who is going to be making the survival checks for you all to get through this maze?
Good at survival?
I mean, I do get a +3 to survival. Okay, that makes more sense. Could you just spider climb to the top and get a good vantage point, and then?
Holy crap!
I was thinking about spider climbing.
Spider climbing!
I don't know if I'd be able to get high enough and then be able to communicate where to go.
Well, he said the walls are 40 feet tall.
Can
You
spider
have 50
climb?
feet of rope, so why don't you just lead us like a leash?
Dude, that's totally okay.
So just climb up, and I'll hold the one end of the rope, you hold the other end, and you just walk us towards the door.
Why can't you go 50 feet?
Do these walls reach the ceiling?
No.
No,
It was
because
just
there's
the floor.
giant balls of light at the top, and
Oh, you can see the
and
giant
only
balls.
those get shrunk.
Yeah. So they can't reach the ceiling because you can see
Because the
those
walls were
just-
technically
the
there,
walls just
and
go
we
up.
just were swung to fit.
We were just
Yeah.
standing
Yeah.
on top of it.
No. I was talking about like being able to see like the entire thing.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
Or just see
Yeah.
which direction the door's in.
Well,
Just-
regardless, if you're up top, if you see monsters coming for us, you at least will give us the advantage of being prepared for them.
Yeah.
So yeah, spider climb and I'll hold on to one end of the rope.
Okay. So you're gonna spider climb to the top of the wall?
Yeah.
Okay. And then are you guys gonna climb up the rope up there?
No,
So
we're,
you guys
we're,
are all
we're just
gonna
gonna
walk up
we're
there?
just gonna stay in the path and it's just,
Basically,
it's just
the
gonna be
rope is so I can easily
Tell them which way to go. Okay. So you're gonna be making the survival checks.
Okay.
Since you can see, I'll let you have advantage on the rolls as you're making the survival checks. Since you're up above the walls, you can see what's going on.
21.
Yeah, I would say that's a that's a success right there.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get the general sense that you're going in the right direction. You can see the door that was on the other side of the room. You can see it far in the
on the horizon.
on the horizon. I was gonna say in the future. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. You see it far on the horizon. So go ahead and make me another survival check.
See the door over the curvature of the earth.
So it curves.
The earth is not flat.
The earth is not flat, no matter what your half-orc the beliefs are. Yeah.
Yeah, like based on all of my readings, this is in fact accurate.
23.
Well, yeah. So you're going in there. You're leading them in the right direction. You guys are navigating through, not coming across any dead ends or any bad juju as you're going along. Okay.
And that is going to be an 18.
18. Okay. Okay, so as you get close, yeah, you're leading them. You guys get over there, and as you're all getting close to where the exit is, and you're up there, you notice that there's a little movement close to the door.
Movement things.
Movement thing.
Movement things.
Movement things. Yes.
Alrighty.
Okay. And as you guys come around the corner, and as she gets closer to the door, you can see what looks to be like nestled right close to the door is a to you guys looks like a giant rat right there, hoarding a what looks to be like a nest of coins, some big giant coins.
Only those coins would stay that size when we regain our size.
So how far away is this rat?
Well, that's what you guys are coming around a corner in the maze to come up to the exit. You can see it's right next to the door. And then Haley's seeing it too. She's on the top ledge, 40 feet up, looking down. She can see it while you guys... I'd say it's probably about, let's say 10 feet away from you guys.
10 feet?
10 feet. As you guys are coming around
Like
the corner.
in our size feet
in
or
your
in
size,
like
in your
mini
in
person?
your size feet. It's like 10 feet. So it'd be 10
like
feet.
it's like right there.
It's like right there. You guys come around the corner, it's like right there. The door's right next to it. It's 10 feet away from you guys. Haley's 40 feet up, but she's like right there too. She can like look down right on it.
And it hasn't noticed
She can
us
be
yet.
our death from above.
And it has not. It has not noticed
Guiding bolt!
you yet. Yeah. Okay.
Do we need to kill this thing?
No.
Can we just ignore it?
I don't like rats. It's like the one thing. I mean, it doesn't say that, but I've decided I'm not terribly fond of them.
That's
Because
the one
rats
irredeemable
spread
creature.
disease, and I'm all about healing.
What about the good and everything?
The good in people, not necessarily everything.
But what if the rat can get us under the door?
So guiding bolt the rat.
Guiding bolt the rat.
Okay. You gotta make an attack roll.
Flashing lights. Make a ranged spell attack against the target.
Okay.
I don't succeed.
What's
Well, I rolled a 5, and I get a +5, so I rolled 10.
not it?
Yeah.
Everybody, go ahead and roll me initiative.
Oh. That's pretty good.
21 for Chandro. And Vin?
16.
Kane?
9 with a +3.
I should have checked to make sure that the rat wasn't an illusion that you could see through.
And what was your plus on your dex? Joseph? 2? Okay, so 3, 2. And then Barrett's the last one.
14.
All right, so we start this off with Chandro.
Oh, me?
Yeah,
What?
we started off. You're
You got the
the
highest
highest.
initiative.
Let's go ahead and highest initiative, and luckily,
Let's try guiding bolt again. We're gonna see.
All right,
7 + 5. 12.
and the 12, which unfortunately misses.
And or damage.
Any movement? It's still 10 feet away from you.
It's still 10 feet away from me, but that's not far. Is it between me and the door?
Yeah, it's it's because it's like right next to the doorway, off to the side. Its little nest is built right next to the doorway.
I'm gonna duck behind the corner.
Duck
Like,
back,
you didn't
around the
see
corner.
me shoot you with the thing that didn't happen
Okay, so take
twice.
5 feet. Yeah, move
It's
5 feet
fine.
around the corner. So
Yeah.
So you're right around the corner. All right.
Yeah, right around the corner.
Next up, we have Vin.
I guess since we've decided to kill this thing, I'm gonna fire my bow at it.
There you go.
Oh man, we're rolling hot tonight.
I know.
Let's see. I got an 11.
Woohoo! Unfortunately, that misses.
Oh. No. Still the same.
I was like, do you have a second attack? I don't know if rogues have a second attack at 4th level. When do the rogues get second attack?
They
It would
don't.
be 5th level for
Does it-
anyone.
5th level?
Yeah,
But
they
I'm not
don't.
sure
Rogues
about
don't.
rogues.
Okay. Okay, anything else? Any movement? Anything? You're just gonna stay right where you're at?
I mean, no point in me standing out in the open, so I'll pop back behind or around the wall.
And pop back over there with a Chandro. So Barrick.
Okay, so want to cast Entangle, but I want like the rat to just be on the edge of it.
Alright.
And that because it's like a 20-foot square. So a strength saving throw.
So you need to make a strength saving throw.
Yep. DC is 12.
Okay. And he gets a 13.
And then it's difficult terrain there now.
Okay. So difficult terrain for him to move through?
Yeah.
Or for anybody to move through?
Yeah.
But it's right on the edge, so
Yeah.
it's just his first movement.
Yeah. And does he, if he stays in the area, does he take damage each subsequent turn for being in the area?
No, it's just it just makes it difficult terrain.
Okay. Anything else? Any movement? Anything?
I guess I could just disregard it right away. I don't know. Because it's a concentration spell for up to a minute, but I could just dismiss
Oh,
it.
you
out.
just dismiss it if you want to.
Yeah. The difficult terrain's not going to really help. Yeah, there's nothing else that I
Alright.
want to do.
King.
Gonna charge forward with my sword.
Yes, sir. Alright.
So I'll make an attack with my sword, two-handed.
You get up, right up to this rat. It's in a little bit of weeds, but they're dissipating as you see. It's like,
So that's a 24 to hit.
And don't you
Yeah.
have improved critical?
I think that hits.
Yeah, that's actually
Yes,
it's
alright.
actually a critical hit as well.
Oh, that's right, because you get crits
Yeah,
on.
improved,
19.
yeah, 19s and 20s.
Yeah, for critical. Okay. Okay.
So
all
that
the dice
is.
bonus.
So yeah, I'm pretty sure you hit that right.
Now you're critical.
So that is 21 damage.
Holy crap.
I would say that's a good hit.
Yeah, that's a pretty good hit. When you get a second fighter.
Next level.
Next level. Alright. Anything else? Any bonus action? You already made 10 feet of movement, so I'm pretty sure you have 20 feet of movement if you want it. Or if you just want to stay there where you're at.
I'll just stay there.
Just stay there? All right.
Yeah.
Jotun.
I'll go up to it and hit my battle axe.
Your battle axe?
22.
That is a hit.
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh,
4 damage.
glancing blow.
4 damage.
As a ding.
Yeah.
Glancing blow.
I was trying to give it a haircut.
Oh, I thought you were going for the tail.
Alright, so now it's time for the rat. The rat's gonna turn and look at Kane because he just almost lopped its ears off.
Well, why me?
Yeah.
Tail with the.
He's gonna go try to take a mighty bite at you, and he gets a 12.
Sadly, that is not enough.
Not enough.
Sadly.
Sad.
Are you a masochist?
So we're gonna go back to the top of round with Chandril.
Huh? Oh.
Chandril's communicating with her god Aurora,
I mean, I do do that.
seeing if Aurora's gonna grant her the blessing
Yeah,
that
no,
she
I'm
needs.
just gonna go around the corner and get a little closer. Not really. I'm just gonna cast Sacred Flame at it.
Sacred Flame.
Yup. It's a dex save.
Dex save. Alright.
Some roast rat.
It got a 12.
It did not succeed.
Oh boy. Okay.
It takes 8 damage.
8 damage.
8
Okay.
damage.
So you see this beam of holy light come down and strike this rat. You hear a the rat bursts into flames.
It smells like burnt hair.
Yeah.
I told you, Aura does not like these things that spread
rat
disease.
hair. Yeah. And it curls up into a little crispy critter ball, and dies.
Really?
And as it's curling up and crackling and popping, and dying, the earth seems to start shaking again, and hold on, earth shaking, flashes of light from the globe. You can't forget the flash of light from the globe. And then as you your eyesight starts to clear, you see that the walls have receded into the ground, and you are assuming like normal size, except for the door. Who's always and and the door is popped open.
Is the gold still there?
The gold is still there. I don't know you remember that. There is 5 gold coins that are printed with the symbol of Novus on them.
Okay. Then I pass out one to everyone.
One to everybody. You each have a coin of Novus.
I may have just cursed this off, so you know.
Plus a nice cooked snack, right?
Yeah, yes. You see a regular sized charred rat right next to the gold. It's smoldering little smokes.
Is there anything special about the coin? Any special symbols? Or
It is printed with the symbol of Novus on it.
That place we're at. Or
Yeah.
kind of.
Not sure what that. I don't have a picture of the coin in this PDF that I have. So, but I know it is printed with the symbol of Novus on there. Novus Printing Company, established 1252. I don't know. All right, all rights reserved. LLC. And there's the partially open door. Yeah, don't forget about the door.
I'm gonna tap you with resistance and kind of just like gently walk behind you while pushing.
Gently pushing you through the door.
We're all behind you,
I go
using
like
you as a
this.
shield.
Trying to like push everybody back. We're all forcing it again.
I mean, if you do
I'll go.
that, like my arms then like hit myself, and like now it's literally everyone squishing me into you.
I'll go.
You go. You go through the door?
Yeah.
No.
I just keep it open.
Nice. Handily, my hands are already on you in case I need to pass spirit dying. Isn't that convenient?
Okay. So you look through the doorway to see what is in the next room, having no idea what to expect based on the last few chambers that you've been through. You can't help but wonder how large the place you are in is.
Did that
Yeah,
count as
just
the
totally
earthen?
forget that word. It is. How many chambers do you need to pass through to help this old wizard that brought you here? You see the full-size chamber in front of you, similar in size to most of the others. This time, it is lit naturally. There are a series of small holes in the ceiling stone. Sunlight shines through the holes, lighting up the chamber's grass floor. The expanse of grass field seems to cover the entire room, but has one large hill in the center that reaches almost to the ceiling.
The hills are alive and they're eating people?
I start running towards it.
We have to fetch a pail of water.
Are there stones we're supposed to roll up the hill?
Are there what? What?
She said she was running up the hill.
Up a hill, yeah. This hill goes up and it reaches almost to the ceiling.
Oh yeah, I'm still running towards it.
Hmm?
I'm still running towards
You're running
Wait,
towards
why
it.
is-
Okay.
She's taking the hill.
Why? Oh.
She's gonna be king of the hill.
Alright. So as you approach the hill and you start looking around it, you notice that you don't see another doorway or a wall. It's just the hill. But you notice that there what looks to seem to be an entrance into the hill, a cavernous opening framed by well-placed beams of wood that support the entryway. Nothing can be seen or heard at the entrance, but you can see that there is a tunnel descending into the ground at about a 45-degree angle, and it curves about 40 feet ahead of you.
Guess I'll go and
I'm gonna cast light on my ring and follow her.
Okay,
I'll follow.
you guys all following into the tunnel?
This thing's like terrible.
Yep.
Yep.
I guess I'll take up the rear. Keeping on our flank.
So the tunnel winds down deeper and deeper, and about 20 minutes pass before you start to hear any sounds. There's a blend of many guttural voices speaking a tongue that some of you are unfamiliar with.
But some of us are.
And some of you are unfamiliar with.
Yeah, but that means that some of us are
That
familiar
are
with it.
familiar with it.
Who's familiar with it?
Does anybody speak orc?
I would think the orc might.
Possibly.
The person in front? How
No,
convenient.
no habla orc.
No habla orc. No habla orcus. Yeah.
When we're going through this tunnel, are we descending or?
Yeah, you're
straight?
descending. You're going down into it because it descends at about a 45-degree angle and it curves about 40 feet and it keeps going down into the earth.
You need to pay to use that stat? To use the character thing?
No, but you have to pay to have additional content to have on it.
Or know somebody who can make a campaign for you.
But I
So
have
yeah, you recognize the voices as the language as being orcish as you're going down. So as you get closer, the tunnel opens up into a little room. Try to find if there's dimensions. It's a pretty big room. Let's just say that.
Was it a little room or
Yeah,
big?
pretty big. It's a
Can I make out what they're saying?
pretty big cavern. Yeah, hold on. So near the center of the underground cavern, you see what looks to be a village down there with multiple buildings. And what's it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
This was a very, very large hill.
Yeah, very, very, very large. Well, you guys are also been descending for a while underground. It opens up into an underground cavern. and in the middle of it is a large orc, easily 6 feet tall, carrying the decapitated head of another orc by strands of its hair.
Ew.
The large orc is surrounded by other orcs, giving him a space of about 10 feet around. Within that circle is also a pair of humans, a young man and woman tied up back to back, stripped of their clothing, and showing many fresh wounds. The large orc tosses the head at the feet of the 2 humans, yelling out words and gesturing emphatically.
What's he saying?
I've been trying to find out.
He seems to be yelling about, from what you can make out of this distance, something about an orc trying to wield a hammer, which apparently belonged to the young man. Yeah, you can't make out too much of what he's saying because he's just yelling and screaming, and you're pretty far away. Maybe if you got a little closer, you could be able to hear it.
Are we like hidden?
No, you're still up in the tunnel where it's just starting to open. You see this, you're up above, and you see this whole large cavern where this is going on. And it's in the middle of all the huts and everything that it's going on in the middle of the cavern.
How many orcs are there?
Spending a few moments to look over the village, you see that they're maybe about 15 at the least that you can see. Possibly more, plus the 2 humans. None of them seem to have noticed you guys yet.
Probably sneak in a little closer if we're careful.
Careful. Yes. We could all be careful.
Do you want to go first?
Yeah,
Well,
you should
okay,
go.
maybe some of us can't sneak. I'll activate my blending armor and go make it all dark so that I'm easier to sneak around, and I'll start sneaking into the cavern. Although I can't understand, so I'm not going to do it. Even if I get closer, I'm not going to understand what they're saying.
Trying to Okay, so as you guys, well, as Liz Crew goes, does anybody else speak Orc, or is it just
I do.
Jotun?
I think it's just Jotun.
Just yes.
Just yes, I know. No sign.
Oh man.
So as you get closer, you can start understanding more of what he's railing on the human male about how the hammer that belongs to the male or his orc compatriot tried to use it, and it ended up killing him and driving him crazy, and how they're going to torture them and decapitate them with now that they've taken the young man's evil weapon away.
I don't see how this is any of our business. Find the door and let's get out of here.
Do you tell us?
Yeah.
None of our business.
But no, these young people, they clearly haven't really done anything wrong. Their hammer was just taken away, and it must have been an accident that it killed those poor orcs. We really should sort this out. And besides, maybe you could ask that young man if you could borrow his hammer. Win-win.
Orcs are a very eye for an eye kind of race. But I don't think we should get involved. I think we should find the door and get out of here and find the wizard who put us here and kill him.
But how do we
Yes,
know
but
that
everyone
this isn't
deserves
part
to
of
be
finding the door? And absolutely, thank you for saying something so.
This is their land. It's their rules.
Well, perhaps we can make a trade with them for their freedom.
We can trade them for you.
So,
I think that if we just talk it out, we can all come to some sort of reasonable agreement.
None of us speak the language except for him.
Well,
My
Jotun's a fantastic ambassador.
people probably won't listen to reason. They're very angry. And magic is kind of
Like, for everyone?
They're very distressed.
Well, I mean, I'm sure they're really good people deep down.
They are, but they're very angry.
Well, maybe we just need to talk to them so they'll be less
So
angry.
as you guys are talking and deliberating up above, it looks like the orcs that are down surrounding the large orc in the middle, who obviously is the chieftain from what you guys can tell, holding the head that he's, or not holding it, he's throwing at the young man. All the other orcs around start chanting, and you can make out they're chanting death, 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 and
Garak.
yeah, Grok. What's Grok? Yeah. Go ahead and make me perception check. Who has dark vision or some kind of dark vision?
I've got light, literally
You,
on my
yeah,
hand.
but you're on this side. Who has dark vision?
I have 60-foot dark vision.
60-foot dark vision.
I don't.
I was gonna say human. You're a half orc. You might
Well,
have
yes,
it.
but I do have my Helm of True Sight, which allows me to see in normal and magical darkness.
Okay. And no. Half orc? No.
I don't think
So you two go ahead and make me a perception check.
That is a 16.
Okay. So not you, but you. So, Kane, you can see on the far side of the chamber, past all the huts and everything, what looks to be the outline of a doorway all the way on the far side of the chamber. And it has a symbol, little sigil in the middle of it that you're not familiar with.
Okay.
Yeah, but you see the doorway all the way the far side of the chamber, past all the huts and the orcs yelling death, and yeah.
Alright, so they're all in a circle surrounding the chief and the captured. There's two people that were captured.
Yeah, two, young man, young woman, that they're in the middle of the town, tied up back to back, nude, not really looking worse for wear. They're not looking too good.
I mean, I really should heal them. Really think that that's a thing that I should do.
I'll charge into the center between the chief and them.
Right in the middle.
I'm not going to have my weapon drawn,
Ooh.
but
Where's my combat sheets?
so. What Eric says, when we get captured, you can come and just get us out of our cages and stuff.
No, I'm gonna sneak away.
I know you're not.
It's like, oh yes, I
Starts grabbing his
You
heart.
clearly
He's like,
don't know me
"Why?"
very well.
No,
Like,
you're
I'm
a
trying
good
Have
person.
you paid attention to any of the other adventures we've ever played or ran in or anything?
He's a good person.
No matter what he's like in real life, we're in game right now.
And in game, I absolutely believe that he's a good person.
Person.
I literally can't believe anything except that right now. That is top tier. So I'm gonna go ahead and join the stupid charge. Except I'm going directly for the prisoners because I want to make sure that they're not completely and totally dead. Because yeah.
I'll transform into a black bear and follow.
That's what.
Okay.
I am remaining hidden in the shadows with the look of abject horror and bewilderment on my face.
I'm just like, really?
American Door to become a black bear.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I thought you guys would handle this a different way.
I mean,
well,
I go running after.
I have to see those people freed. So
I go running after our fighter,
healer.
Oh boy.
saying, "Wait, stop!" Because I know that I'm probably gonna get shit for like my party people like going out there.
Party
Yeah.
people!
No, no.
Mm.
You're gonna get yourself killed. And probably me now.
Sometimes you gotta hit the nail with the hammer.
But,
This seems like a hammer situation.
but
I do also have charm person.
like,
Yeah, but you can't talk to them.
That's the difficult part.
I mean, I can make her slightly able to be more charismatic in that I can give her the enhanced ability and choose charisma. So she'd have least advantage on charisma checks. If you want to try to talk our way out of this.
How many orcs
I have
are
a
in this
negative
circle?
1 charisma.
There was,
Still
there
have
was
advantage.
about 15. But hold on. Okay, so as you were running to the middle. Okay. Gee. Okay. You get down in the middle. I'm gonna have to have you roll on this. So as you come running in, are you yelling anything? Are you saying anything? What are you doing to?
Stop. Wait.
And then
I mean,
I
they speak
yell,
orc. I
I,
would
You
speak
say
orc,
like hammer
so-
time, right? Stop.
I yell at him, wait, stop.
He's yelling, wait, stop.
Oh, so you're like an echo of each other. I love it.
But the opposite. So, and then I start yelling at the orcs, you know, forgive me, but they're getting ahead of themselves.
You're telling them forgive me, but they're getting ahead of themselves, and you're yelling stop at him.
Yeah. Like,
And
I'm
what-
trying to, like, contain everything.
And what are you doing? What are you yelling? Right there.
I'm going to pull out some food and offer it to the chief. So,
Why? So you're running down with food in hands.
stop! And, you know, after I get in between him and the other people, then I'll pull out some food.
It's all the pocket went on it, dude.
I'll trade you this tasty
Yeah.
dried
Some
ration
beef
for
jerky.
this fresh ration you were about to eat.
Okay. So go ahead. And roll me some initiatives. I'm gonna have to roll some initiatives for people here.
Well, at least I've remained hidden.
Oh, that's what you get for traveling with the lawful good character.
I mean, you can run around the circle and just fire arrows at things from a distance. And then not get caught while shooting shit.
15 orcs.
How many arrows do you
Like,
have?
no matter how lawful good you are, there's a certain amount of, like, getting myself killed will not help those people.
See, I have too much faith in, like, my companions and the goodness of all things. So, like, I when he went in, of course I went in with him. There was no way I wasn't going to. Yeah. I have a lot of faith in people. I have faith in you, and you, and you, and you. And even all the orcs. And the 2 people who are naked and need some healing. But not rats, clearly. Rats are just problematic.
How do we know these people are evil?
And we know these people don't deserve to get eaten by
Because there's
orcs.
goodness in everyone.
Evil or good, regardless, they need to be free.
How do you know?
All right. So
Well, you
Jotun,
know
what do you
they
have?
raped the chief's daughter.
4.
Oh, so.
Because we just heard that the reason they want to kill them is because they stole this kid's hammer and the hammer killed the guy who used it.
Chandro.
18.
18. Finn.
13.
Kane.
10.
And Barrick.
18. My dex is 0.
Mine is a +3.
Plus 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you two go running down there and everything, and as you start running down from the edge of the cavern and start yelling, about a third of the orcs like dissipate and go running. Ah!
I
Really?
followed him.
That's good.
Running away?
Yeah, you start running away.
They're villagers, so.
There's still 10 orcs, at least. And the
Well,
ones
plus
that are
I
running
have
away
just such
might
an
come
awesome
back.
presence.
And there's a black bear.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
So
That might be that too.
the orcs that surround
Very
are going to take the orcs that are left there, including the chieftain.
That's $1 in the pun jar.
What'd you say? I missed a bad pun? Good.
Which is very useful.
So the orcs that are left are going to take this round, grabbing up weapons. The chieftain is going to reach down on his initiative and grab a spiked wooden club. And then the other ones are going to just be grabbing up what they can to do anything small, smashing and piercing stuff like pieces of wood. They're just going to be grabbing whatever they can. The other orcs that are around, surrounding everybody, pieces of metal, whatever they see laying around. Okay, so first we're going to have. So you guys came running in with stuff. So Chandra, you're actually at the top of the thing.
I am.
After the orcs, some of the orcs, about half of whatever orcs are left there, pick up some bone, wood, metal, what have you. Looks like to defend themselves. They're caught off guard and they're looking around. They grab up some stuff, looking scared, while
Okay.
the other ones took off.
Am I close to the prisoners?
No, you were still up top. They ran down.
I was following
Were you
him.
running down
I
with
literally
him?
said I followed him.
Okay, so you're running down with them. Well, you guys can only run about what, 30 each? Okay.
40 feet.
Was it? So you guys know you're still.
Well, they would have immediately noticed us as soon as we started running.
Yeah, as soon as you start, they turn around and
You're
stuff.
noisy.
So you're still
Full
about
armored.
another 20
Clank,
feet
clank,
from the humans there. Make me a perception check as you're running. Are you saying anything or saying anything while you're running down? He was yelling,
Well,
"Here's some
I
food!"
was, I was saying stop,
Really
wait.
disapproves
when I
of this
arrived,
situation,
as soon as
guys.
I started
We can
running.
talk it out. Oh, I rolled a 19 on the die plus 3 for perception, so I'm at 22.
Do you see on the young man? He looks to have it looks like a wooden pendant on a leather strap around his neck. That the symbol that's on it matches the symbol
That he told us
that
was
he
on
told
the
us
door.
on the door that he saw.
Oh, guys, we really needed to do this anyway. So I can't reach him. Oh,
Yeah, you ran 30 feet, but he's still about 20 feet away. You can see them. You see that they are not looking
super great.
Super great.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cast. Oh, do I really? It's my last. It's so slow. So I'm gonna go ahead and do I already have my? I'm gonna draw one of my darts, but I'm gonna be using it to try to saw them out of their bonds when I get there. But as a bonus action, I'm gonna go ahead and cast Spiritual Weapon and have it floating between the prisoners and whatever's the closest potential
Yeah,
assailant.
that'd be the chief.
The chief.
Yeah.
Yeah, the chief.
Standing like right in front of them.
And since I am a follow of aura, I would say that this is going to take also the form of the Rod of Aura's Light, which I actually have with me.
Okay.
Because why not?
As its weapon, yeah.
Yeah, as
Aura's
its weapon. Yeah,
And when you cast Spiritual Weapon, don't you get to make an attack with it as a bonus
I
action?
can make an attack with it as a bonus action. I'm going to have that readied so that if it looks like a creature is going to move towards the assailants and raises a weapon, it's going to go off.
That's gonna go off? Okay.
It's going to go off.
Alright. Barrick.
Let's see. So. I would have been a bit closer. Are we considering our movements already been used? Or...
No, you guys are still at the curve. So they're running up.
I was following after.
You're gonna follow after? Okay, so you're about 30 feet ahead. You're just almost barely reaching the first orcs that were on the outside of the circle, the chieftain, and it was about another 15 feet in, and the 2 humans are about 20 feet in. If you move your full 30.
40.
40? Okay. So you're you are basically, there's orcs. You would be in the first line of orcs running up.
Okay. I think I would probably just I don't know, do an intimidation check to try and scare off more of the orcs.
You try to intimidate them?
Yeah.
So you're like gonna grow.
So go ahead and make me an intimidation check.
Okay.
I'm gonna have them insight, which is what is wisdom? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh man, that's crappy. Go ahead. Oh, that's hard.
That's not terrible. You can do it.
Yeah. That 12.
Yeah. So you go and they go right back at you. There.
Don't scare them off.
And so, yeah, I forgot the camera. So they right back at you as you're screaming at them. They do not look intimidated. You do notice that even though they aren't intimidated, they do look more frightened than anything else.
Okay. That's it. I can do my turn.
Then
I have my bow out, but I'm going to hold my action. I'm only going to fire if the orcs attack my people.
Okay. So if any of the orcs,
If they go to attack, then I'll put an arrow in.
okay.
But I'm keeping back in the shadow.
Okay.
I'm not moving forward.
So the other half of the orcs are right now. Let's call these the back half of the orcs that did not run away. They are doing the same thing as the front half of orcs. They look surprised and scared, and they're grabbing up wood, metal, bone, whatever they see around them. They're grabbing up to use it as makeshift weapons, and look like they're getting ready for to take out anything that comes towards them. Next we have Kane.
I'll just move myself in between the chief and the prisoners.
So you're
So to the right of my weapon.
So run up.
Or the left. Which side do you want? Yeah. Because my weapon is also there.
I'm gonna move in front of it.
In front of the weapon?
Yeah. So that, I don't have my weapon drawn, so I'm just...
The weapon would only smack him if you walk towards them.
I know.
Okay.
I'm not trying to show a force yet.
That was more like a preventative measure.
Next is Jotun.
I try to run towards everybody. I don't know exactly where I'm at.
You're at the beginning of the cavern. So, no, you were running with him. So you'd be able to reach
three
up.
of them ran first. I was like,
Wait, stop.
Wait,
Yeah.
stop.
and then ran.
Okay, so you would be about 30 feet. You move 30 or 35?
30.
30. Okay, so you're about up there with Chandra. The humans are about 20 feet away from you. They're about 30 feet in the cavern. They're still another 20 feet.
Well, I mean, the chief can hear me, though.
Yeah, he can hear you. He's only about 15 feet away from you.
Okay, I yell at him
Okay.
in orc.
And you go, at him! $1 in that.
It's gonna $5.
That is, yeah, something like that.
No, it's really egregious.
At him.
So I yell that,
That.
can I get my phone?
Oh, sorry,
please?
go ahead.
Thank you.
I'll take a drink. Stop talking.
I yell at him that we're not trying to cause any harm that my friends here are just concerned that maybe the humans haven't been what do you call it? Given a chance to explain themselves. Apparently she came like prisoners.
I
Or she was
can't.
talking about it.
I didn't.
She was talking
I would have had to.
She's talking about it. Okay.
I don't know, like if I just yell.
Yeah, you yell in orc.
Yes.
Okay, you didn't
So
say
then-
that in the beginning. You're talking orc now?
You were too busy talking over me.
Ah.
You can watch it when you record your review. Proof.
Anyway, so
Just because you do that when we're alone doesn't mean just because you have.
there's always people watching.
In your head.
Anyway, so yeah, it's always fun to do. Okay. So we're.
Not the office, dude.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, so the chief reaches down, picks up this big spiked wooden club, and starts chanting with the, or just chanting again as the other goblins or not goblins, orcs were chanting death, and he is going to take a swing at the humans that are on the ground. Around you, so he's going to do it with disadvantage. He's going to step around you. Your spiritual weapon will go off, but he's going to take a step around you to aim at the human's head. So go ahead and make your attack with your spiritual weapon.
I try and you guys die.
He's still within your threat range, so you don't get an attack of opportunity.
14.
You're going to beat the crap out of him next turn anyway, so it's okay. I'm sorry?
14.
14. Who the hell is this guy? Yes! That's a hit.
Cool.
Do I think that he's going to attack him?
No, he steps around him to take a swipe at the humans.
I don't
For the
care
shed.
So it says 1d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
Yes. Which you use wisdom.
Yeah. Okay, so he takes 6.
6?
Yep.
Okay, and then he is going to take a swipe. Oh, yeah. Okay. So he, with one lop of his spiked club, he takes both their heads off.
I'm like, all right. No point in saving them.
They spurting blood and then their bodies.
I'm like, yes.
Well, I don't think spare the dying is very much. Kind of out of
Do you
reach.
have spare the dead? Because they're
I mean,
they're
I
not
don't
dying
think I'm
anymore.
quite into the necromantic abilities.
We need to do a medicine check.
I mean, yeah, I could.
Seriously.
I could, but it wouldn't do much.
They're mostly dead.
You can bandage your head back.
All dead. Mostly dead. I got this chocolate pill right here.
So you know, the orcs have very much disappointed me.
Ah.
But I still have faith. I think it was just a communication problem.
What is up, Yotan?
So I have an herbalism kit.
You have an herbalism kit?
For the homeopathy.
Yeah. Yeah. It only works on your homies. Homeopathy only works on your homies.
Acupuncture. You do a little
I think they kinda
acupuncture,
got
like
that
reattach the neck with some acupuncture.
Alright, so now it is the top of the round, and so the orcs that were in front are going. They are up against where you're at. Yeah, there's about 5 of them. Yeah, you guys are too far back. We'll have 2 of them on you, and then 3 of them are gonna try to chuck stuff at you guys.
As soon as somebody swings or
But
attacks,
since they're crappy stuff, I'm gonna chuck it at disadvantage.
Ew.
So it's wooden bones. It's not. They're not apes at the zoo.
Oh.
They're not chucking that stuff at
Crappy
you.
stuff. I'm like, ew.
Okay. So the first one is going to try to hit her with just like it's like wood or bone or whatever. So you're gonna take a shot because it's trying to attack one of your compatriots.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead and take a shot at it. You can tell it's about to try to hit her.
11.
11.
Oh, no, sorry, 13.
13 is not a hit.
Man, I had a magic item I could have used, but I didn't have the chance.
You still tried.
Yes, you seem kind of angry there, Chieftain.
He's angry.
How's the way of this?
Oh, was that the ration that you offered?
I was offering him a sticker.
Oh, darn. Yeah, unfortunately, that is not a hit on that orc. So the arrow goes flying straight past him. He's going to try to hit Barrick. Does a 14 hit you?
Yeah.
So it's going to hit you for 6. Second one's going to try to hit you. Does a 12 hit you?
Yes.
Holy crap. Okay. Are you sure?
I have an AC of 11.
AC of 11. Okay. He's going to hit you
That's your
for 4. Yeah, because you're in a bear form, right?
These mooks have a better AC. They have a higher AC than 13, and you only have an 11?
Well, she changed to bear form. She's in a bear.
We're fucked.
So now they're going to try to
Sorry, YouTube.
chuck the stuff. Or Facebook, or whatever you're watching this on.
Yeah.
I post it up everywhere.
He can just
You
bleep
can go in there and bleep that out. Right?
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Like
I said crap, I said shit, I said fuck. When we were saying
You
something.
should use a duck noise for him.
Yeah.
Just do
What
like a
happens when
censor
you're
bar.
playing
Censor
video
bar.
games?
And just leave the word in there.
Yeah,
Just
no
put a
one should
censor
come
bar
in.
over his mouth. Let's go. You guys. Go like Rochambeau. Rock paper scissors. Yeah, because there's gonna be three that try to hit you two, because you guys are about the same up front. They're trying to throw their weapons at you to see who gets the extra one. You guys are gonna get one each, but the last one, go ahead and rock paper scissors to see who gets the other one. Yeah, you said yeah.
I get the extra one.
Okay, you get the extra one. Okay, so Jotun's first. Let's see, with disadvantage. Does a 5 hit you? That was lucky because the other roll was a nat 20. So 2 on you at disadvantage. Does an 8 hit
No.
Chandra? No. And the second one. You didn't see that? Oh, they're both 17, so that means a 20.
Yeah,
Not
that does
nat.
hit me.
Not nat, so it's going to be 6 points of damage. And then we get to Chandra.
Sorry, I'm applying the damage that you just did to me.
Yes. No, not me. That was the orcs that are over there.
I'm very disappointed. in
Sorry,
you,
that's
Josh.
a really, really,
I usually
really
have more
sharp
faith
piece
in
of wood.
everyone.
You might have a splinter. You thought I was looking at the camera and didn't see that. I caught that. I might have to bleep that out.
Yeah, this is finger.
Really? Go.
24/7 of my life. Right
I'm
here.
so sorry.
Not
All right, so there's 3 hooligans who decided to throw things at me, Liz. Are they
Yeah.
actively between me and where the headless corpses are?
Yes.
Okay.
Because you guys are about, from the cave entrance, like right here, you guys are about 30 feet in, and these guys are right here, because you ran 40, so these guys they're right at the edge with her. Two of the 5 orcs attacked her, right here,
Mhm.
and the other 3 threw stuff at you from right there, what they had in their hands.
So like,
And then
both
another
of us.
5 feet, 5 feet is the chieftain, and another 5 feet after that, 10 feet is the chieftain, and another 5 feet after that is the humans that are now lying dead. And your spiritual weapon is right there.
Okay. That's great. My spiritual weapon
Yeah.
is going to come back, and it's going to go ahead and thwap whatever hit me. Whoever hit me
Okay.
is getting thwapped.
So
That is a very, disciplinary thing that's happening.
Let's say it's number 5. It was the last guy I rolled, so.
Right. Okay.
But what about the good in the orc thing?
I know he's a good person. He just needs to realize that violence is not the answer.
I'm gonna beat it into him.
So I tell all those classical musical people, it's all violence is not the answer. Got really quiet.
You hear the
Oh wait, but that's my bonus
I was
action.
listening
so
for
first,
the sound of the money being dropped in the punch.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Yeah.
So-
Cha-ching! Even those dollar bills.
but that's gonna be on my
The
bonus
cat.
action for my
You can
first.
do your bonus action before your regular
Oh.
action if you want to. Yeah,
Yeah, so that's 10 plus 5 does a 15 hit.
it does.
Okay. So 8 plus 3. So
Is-
he takes 11 damage.
He takes death.
Oh!
And he's down.
Hmm.
So that orc, yeah, while it's paying attention to you and tossing stuff at you,
Mhm.
your spiritual rod of aura comes up behind him and just... Yeah, where's the camera? Yeah, and just knocks him right on the head, and he's dead.
I very much disapproved of you throwing things at me, but I did not intend your death. Darn, sorry. Yeah. And then.
Look, she has a returning hammer too.
Okay. Also, I'm going to go ahead and shout at you that you really should pick up the crest that was the talisman that was on the young man's chest and make for the door.
I think I have some bigger problems right
If
now.
you have an opportunity.
Well, actually, no, I'm not that short.
Also, I will be sending my hammer back to you at some point.
Every time.
And then I'm going to go ahead and do I want to buff someone or do I want to cast Sacred Flame?
The orc chief is kind of like stepping around.
You're out of my range though for making you better at things. So I'm sorry, but oh, I could do.
Remember what happened to the rat? Just say.
Oh, do you really want me to? Okay, fine. Well, Sacred Flame, the orc chief.
The orc chief?
Yes, we're Sacred Flame him.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, I guess that. Yeah.
So,
So he needs to do a
If that's what you took away from that fight. okay.
dex save. Yes, it is.
it's a dex save?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so... okay, yeah. How much damage is that?
Oh, good. I'm glad that was your reaction.
Yeah.
Okay.
He just looks up, it's like...
So
Man,
he's
it got
gonna go ahead.
really sunny in here all of a sudden.
He's gonna take 4 damage, radiant damage,
Ooh.
because I really disapprove of him doing that when I was going to go and heal them.
Alright. And are you moving anywhere, or are you going to stay right there?
I think I'm gonna stay. Is there? So we had been going towards them, but
Like, you moved up 30 feet last turn, and then right now, you're still about 10 feet away from where any of them are
yeah.
right now.
Well, and there's not some sort of ledge. I thought there was a reason they were throwing things at us instead of coming to.
No, they're just throwing it at you. Because 2 melee attacks her, and then 3 threw stuff at you. Or 2 at you, 1 at her.
I think I'm gonna stay where I'm at.
Okay.
Yes. This turn. Don't die before
Fair.
I can actually get to it if necessary.
It's your turn.
I am going to attack one of the ones that attacked me.
They attacked you? Oh, yeah, they did. Okay, yeah. Pick number 1 or number 2.
Let's go 1.
Okay.
And this is a bite attack. For that's 17.
That's a hit.
That is 5 damage.
5 damage to number 1.
And then a claw attack.
Alright.
18.
Is a hit.
Are you just gonna maul it?
Pretty much.
Mullet.
Maul.
Bear's got a mullet.
6.
I think the orc has them all.
The orc has nothing right now because the one she just mauled is dead. And now has a mullet. And
It's a skullet.
it's Skullet. Yeah, Skullet. Ah, there you
That was
go.
terrible.
Yeah.
I was invoking Josh. I'm
Man,
sorry.
this-
I was
yeah.
invoking the spirit of Josh.
Man, if this tip jar
I
was
was-
my Patreon, I'd have a lot more money. So,
I'm just going to stare at the other one.
yeah.
Can she please roll intimidation?
Like, look me like,
Intimidation?
What?
Roll intimidation.
What?
See if they're intimidated by your bare ass.
What? She doesn't have any pants.
She's in a bear form.
Bears don't usually wear pants.
No.
I thought they just wear shirts, not pants.
I mean, even if I got to roll a little bit strength instead of charisma, it's an 8 with charisma. Yeah.
It's just an 8?
Yes.
Yeah, no, it beat as an 8. I know, no.
Maybe you mauling that guy was like hilarious or something? Was he like the asshole?
Probably.
Nobody liked that guy.
Was number 1 you killed or number 4?
Number 1.
Oh, so that's why they hated him.
Yeah, he's the number 1 guy.
He was the Josh of the town.
We have.
Yes!
Vin, it's your turn.
Well, they saw that he had a mullet, so they thought that he should die anyway.
So, is my position still hidden?
Yeah, you're so.
Nobody,
well, I think whatever.
I didn't hit anybody, so I guess nobody really noticed that an arrow went whizzing.
Or they're
by.
distracted by the giant black
and you're still back by the cave
And the
entrance.
big hammer.
And it pretty much looks like the fight is just going to be an all-out war at this point. So
Probably.
I guess I'll try to. I guess I'm going to put an arrow in the war chief. I mean, if I can get a sneak attack on him, that'll be a nice bonus damage. So
Oh, yeah, he hasn't acted this round, huh? So you get sneak attack damage, right?
I guess so.
And you got a. Wait, does he get advantage on the attack roll?
It's only if they haven't had a turn in combat yet.
Yeah, no, that's
combat.
assassinate, right? Yeah, if they
Yeah.
haven't had a turn in combat. But for sneak attack, it's they just get it if they got somebody within 5 feet, which
Yeah.
he is, yeah.
And he doesn't have
And
disadvantage.
he doesn't have disadvantage. Yeah, so yeah, you'll get sneak attack damage if you hit him.
15. That's 21.
I think that is, yeah.
All right. So does a D8 for the bow. Plus 4. All right.
What's it read? No? Oh.
No, I'll just roll.
Okay.
5 plus 4 is 9, and then the sneak attack plus 5.
So
that's
14 total?
Yep.
Yeah, he is not looking good. Alright. So now we have the other ones that are at the back half of the cavern. They let's see, this is yeah, they can get up. So yeah, so these 5 they're gonna run with their weapons, and they can reach you guys, so they're 30 feet. 30 feet? Yeah, 30 feet away. Yeah. Okay.
I'm just in the center of the circle, so.
Yeah, which is right next to where the humans are at, so yeah, very close to you. Okay, but you're only gonna have 3 attacks because the other 2 won't be able to be able to make melee attacks on them. So 3. You ready?
Always.
15?
No. Try again.
13.
Try again.
And that's a nat 20. Oh, so 23?
Try again.
2 plus 5 is 7, plus 3 is 10. Did I kill you?
No.
No.
Merely a
Sounds
flesh
like
wound.
sight.
Mainly, I was gonna say that's like the first time you got hit, other than possibly 2 points of damage from light. I don't remember the last session.
No.
Yeah. So 10. Okay, and then it is you. You have 1, 2, 3 orcs surrounding you, and then you still got the chieftain over there close.
Alright, well, I'm gonna, toss my Snickers in my mouth, tell him they missed his chance on Snickers, draw my sword out, plunge it into the chieftain,
Chieftain? Alright.
and,
Right.
That's what we do.
Sorry, I'm imagining eating while stabbing. It seems.
That was a natural 20.
There we go. Hey, nat 20. Here's like Oprah's on the side. And you get a nat 20. And you get a nat 20. Everybody get a nat 20.
I get one too.
Yeah. You know why? It's because your
I'll keep that in
can
mind
right there
for
says
our
you're a
story.
winner. The winner right there. You're a legend over here.
Yeah, that wasn't intentional.
Yeah. Roll me some damage. Let's see if you.
So that is 21 damage.
Holy crap. Okay, so you want to describe it, or you want me to do it?
Well, he was stepping around me, so he has his body on me. I pull out my sword and I just drive it right up into his chest, sticking right out of his back.
All right. So at this, seeing their chieftain get in, just straight chest plate cracked with a sword straight through it. All the rest of the guys are gonna scream and run, like drop their improvised weapons and run screaming out towards the cave entrance, right past you guys. If you guys want to make attacks of opportunities, you can. But they're running. Their chief is dead.
I was anywhere near anybody.
They're gonna be running past you. Screw it. They're good.
Out of
16.
They're out of it. Yeah, that's a hit. You roll me some damage.
can I?
Yeah, if you want to. They're running past.
I'm remaining hidden.
You're right.
I-
Yeah.
4.
Oh,
I bit him on the ass.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let him blood by.
17.
17's a hit.
19,
19's a hit.
Should have taken Snickers.
9,
10.
That was for my spiritual weapon, and then I'm also going to like try to hit anyone with my quarterstaff. Oh, that one doesn't do shit. That was a 2. Plus, not enough.
Okay.
Don't worry about that.
So everybody's dead. Right out there. Humans are dead.
I'm gonna walk up to the corpse of the young man and
Mhm.
pull off his necklace and also recite a small prayer for both of them in Deborah. Yeah.
Alright. Okay. You want to make me a religion check to see if you recognize the symbol?
Sure. 14 plus 2, 16.
You can't remember the exact god that the symbol represents, but what you do recollect is that it was an evil god.
I don't like this at all. This is not kosher.
You were okay with the Church of the Good God.
You mean my God? Yes, of course I'm okay with it. This is not a good person. This is not a good God. This is very much of the bad.
Everybody's free to make their own choices.
You're a good person deep down. I just have to remind myself of that. You said the mantra. I know you believe in aura just a little bit.
I said the mantra. Which mantra?
Of faith.
Oh.
We have to.
I repeated the words on a piece of paper so we can get through that.
You had to believe for just an instant. That's what I choose to be. So I'm like holding it and like treating it like it's a dead rat.
Yeah.
Like really just like oof. Ugh.
Why
Also-
would you
No,
pay
the
for
dead
that?
rat was in the last
I'll
round.
swipe it out of her hand.
Okay, just don't let it touch you too much.
I'm just gonna walk over towards the door.
Walk towards the door. Okay, what else?
I still has a bear.
I might just very discreetly pet you. So you know.
As Kane finishes off the orc chieftain, and you're checking out, you're heading for the door,
Yeah.
you're checking out the door, and you're getting the little
He swiped
thing.
it from me.
You know, it's like,
Because
you-
I was treating it like
She's like,
dirty.
I just,
You notice that a small mirror falls out of the pocket of the orc chieftain.
Small mirror.
A small mirror.
Was there a straw with this man?
No razor blades either.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and pick up the mirror.
Pick up the mirror. Okay, you have a mirror.
don't we still have the mirror from the other
It's
room?
a small mirror.
I don't remember anyone saying that.
No, somebody said they were picking it up.
Jordan picked it up, I thought, but I don't remember.
Well, you
Apparently
picked it up,
they-
asked if you looked pretty in it, and then Jordan took it to do the thing in front of the thing, but he didn't say that he was keeping it or that he put it down. He never said.
Did you? I thought you added it to your sheet.
I didn't add it to my sheet.
Oh.
Oh, I haven't
I
added
never- I
anything
never
to my sheet,
specified that
but
I
I've
put it down,
definitely
so-
said I've kept
I
things.
guess I'm very vain. I just have multiple mirrors.
So
on
you're just
myself.
carrying around multiple. We're going to call you multiple bigs. And anyone size of the lamps? Really? No. Okay. So
He's gonna have a bunch of mirrors on the inside.
I mean, I just thought he was trying to mimic the evil queen, and that was it.
okay. So you're checking out the door.
Yeah.
Looks like a door. It's got like a sort of sigil in the middle of it. Matches the one that was on that necklace.
I'm just gonna sit down and wait for them.
Yeah. What about this this magic hammer that killed an orc? Where's that at?
Are you asking me? Or are you asking the dead orc chieftain in front of you?
Well, I can't exactly tell. But I mean, was it there near them?
Not that you've seen.
Do we want to go looking for a hammer?
Is it hammer time?
That could possibly kill us.
No.
And
Why are we looking for a hammer?
in case we need it in a later room.
Maybe still a bear.
Rawr. I'm just like sitting in front of the door and waiting for it
Are
to
you guys
open.
gonna go looking for
Does
the
it last a certain
hammer?
amount of time?
2 hours.
You can't
Also,
turn it
like,
off.
keep in mind.
I can.
Because there's like 7
I'm just
different
saying
huts around the area.
There's a lot of orcs that we haven't dealt with, though.
No, they all ran off. All theirs are gone.
I'm sure there's some orcs hiding in the huts.
I mean, it's up to you if you want to go through. Like, I'll.
So the door has no other ways of opening, no handles, no locks. There's just the symbol on it.
What she put in.
Well, I put the symbol on, but
Yeah.
he said it didn't do
They
anything.
didn't do anything.
Oh, well, it sounds like we need to look around anyway.
Do
Yeah.
I recognize the symbol?
No.
Well, then never mind for that idea.
I'm going to take a breath and I'm going to activate my second wind ability.
Okay. And gain some more hit
So
points
it's
back.
1d10 plus 4.
Okay.
It's 4 on the dice. That's a total of 8.
So you guys are checking out the huts?
Maybe we'll start checking out the hut, see if we can find something.
I will go with the bear.
You're gonna go with the bear.
Can I sniff out, like, try and find an orc in there?
You don't smell any orcs, but you do smell the unmistakable sense of blood and death in 2 of the huts towards the front. That's the universal, bear talk for blood and death up near the front.
I said I was following the bear. Also, classy. It's fine.
Yeah. So as you two,
Timmy fell down the well?
as you two start sniffing towards the front in two of the huts, you as you enter, you see
that he's always in trouble with the animal toxic.
the dead corpses of a bunch of men, women, and children. Human men, women, and children in these huts, just like piled up, blood smeared everywhere, like they were like taken in and just slaughtered.
Oh, God. What?
This is very disappointing. Are they all absolutely 100%?
Yeah, they're all absolutely 100% ground beef.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did I recognize any of the orcs?
No.
It's just humans dead, or was it orcs dead
It's
as well?
humans dead.
Is there anything else in there?
No.
Okay,
I don't think you guys can see.
cool. Alright, Lassie. Let's try this again. I will offer up a birth prayer for all of these lost souls.
They appreciate it.
Yeah.
No.
What? You don't like Aura?
Dead bodies. No, they don't be like it.
They're looking at you from the astral.
I mean,
He started rumbling and
the other thing
rising.
to consider
that would be awful.
is if the one human was wearing this quote-unquote evil talisman,
Then
are
I am
any of the others
supposed to
wearing it?
cleanse them. It's fine. Still gonna offer up a prayer.
No, I'm wondering if any of them have the symbol as well.
He just said we didn't see anything, and I asked.
Yeah, not from what you see.
I'm not rifling through dead people. That seems really disrespectful.
The bear goes rifling through dead people.
The bear.
I'm not giving you a bath after you're done.
You see dead people.
I'm just gonna. I leave the bear to it at that point. If you're in that room and you're like rolling around in dead people, which is basically what a bear would be doing.
You can't stop her from doing what she wants to do.
I'm not gonna stop
She got
her.
the right to bear.
I'm letting her do her thing. I'm just like, I'm not gonna wash you after this, and there doesn't seem to be anything else for me to do here, so I'm gonna go to like the next nearest
Watch
hut.
your own bear.
I'm going to the next hut over.
So the next hut over from the one with the bear in it.
Yeah, sure.
So you make sure you've got your bearings.
so that if I need assistance, I can roar for the bear.
You know, someone to hurt somebody. You're a bad pun. Okay, so the next one over. Gotta reach my other sheet. You see a hammer. Hey.
So can I do... I kind of don't necessarily want to pick it up as in like...
Yeah, because as you get closer to the hammer, you just get the icky, eerie feeling. It's just like feeling a dread and just like...
Do I feel like a little
I just-
nauseous?
in,
and like I might
in
be
the
cute?
side of the hammer is the same sigil that was on that necklace that you picked up earlier.
Oh gosh. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
You're not, yeah. You don't walk out.
I'm gonna sacred flame the hammer.
You sacred flame the hammer.
I'm radiant damaging the hammer.
Oh, okay. Go.
What if we need to hit
The key,
door with
the key that we need to get out of this room. What if you destroy it? I guess we're making a long. I guess we're
Go
making
ahead.
a long trek
I
all
was
the
gonna
way
say
back to the
maybe
magma.
an attack roll for sacred flame. Or no, I gotta make a wisdom save or a dex save.
It's a
throw,
dex
right?
save.
How is okay? The hammer fails the dex save. Its legs don't want to work.
it? Takes
Hammer makes it. The hammer went like this.
Does it make it?
No.
It takes 6 radiant damage.
Okay. Here.
And also I puke around the corner.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go ahead and puke.
Okay.
I'm good. Ugh. Yeah. Ugh. I like pray to Laura and I'm just like, ooh.
Where am I?
I don't know. You didn't tell me where you were.
I think I'm in a room.
Oh, you think?
I think I'm sitting at a table with a bunch of
You're, as far as I know, you're still standing in front of a bunch of
When you say
the
something
spot
like
where
that,
you were when the
stare
orcs
directly
ran
at the camera.
away.
When you sit after you say something like that. There you go.
Do I see her throwing up on the side of the
No, because she's in
She
the
just
thing. Or
said
she
she-
came out. Yeah, you see her throwing up. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Then I go to find out why she's throwing up.
Okay.
It's so disgusting!
Meanwhile, the bear just walks
Ugh.
right down the hut. Just like, come
Don't
on,
touch it! Evil!
I heard that a bunch of times in high school.
The bear? No, not the bear. The bear's just disgusting. Ugh. No, inside. Don't touch it. It's the hammer they were talking about. Good. It just gives me the kidney cheese.
I go in there.
You gonna go now?
I'm gonna go pick up the hammer.
Go to hammer.
Go pick it up.
If you get close to the hammer, you start feeling grumpy. You're like, I don't like the hammer.
I've been grumpy this whole place.
Yeah, probably. You're
I don't
like
like-
extra
Isn't
grumpy.
her nickname Grumpy?
I don't like magic. I like magical weapons.
Oh, okay.
So
And you're grumpy, but not too grumpy.
I'm normal.
Okay.
I go pick up the hammer.
Yeah, you're like out of character. Okay. So yeah. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming over, and we'll see you guys next time. No, okay.
I will see her later. You're probably gonna not be
Yeah.
there anymore.
So
Probably.
nobody saw that trident earlier, right?
Yeah.
What? I just see a hammer. That's
You
all
mean
I
the
know.
gum? The pack of gum? Yeah, I need that, yeah. Okay, so you pick up the hammer.
And walk out with it.
I'm sorry, Liz. I don't own a shovel. I cannot help you.
Yeah,
I'm good.
we have
I have cats too. They're always hungry.
We don't have cats anymore. There are not our cats out there. Okay, so you get the hammer, you're walking outside.
You're touching it? Why are you touching it? I just told you it's disgusting!
God, I heard that a bunch of times in high school.
Just in high school?
I mean, I don't doubt that Liz still thinks it's disgusting, at least. Alright. You okay? Rossi, did you fall down a lot?
I'm fine.
Okay.
So I come out and I find everybody else, show them the hammer.
Ugh. Ugh.
So, Jotun comes out and shows you all his hammer.
Oh,
Put it down.
not that hammer.
You don't
Not
get to
that
touch it.
hammer.
Yeah, no, not that hammer. Hammer.
Bring the hammer and your pet iguana, and let's go open the door.
I have erectile dysfunction.
Reptile dysfunction.
I go try to open the door with the hammer.
Oh, you hit the door with you hit the door with the hammer, you're bong, and the door slowly starts to crack open. Yeah. Bong.
Excellent.
Good job.
And you have a new magical weapon.
When the door opens up, and what's that word I couldn't pronounce yesterday? Aspirin? Acrid? Acrid. Thank you. Still can't pronounce it. An acrid odor of ash and sulfur flows out amidst a gush of hot air.
Oh.
The chamber is dark, illuminated by glowing veins of liquid magma running in thin streams around the walls and floors of the room.
Didn't you say something about a place like this earlier? Like way earlier?
Like the other rooms you've seen, this one is trapezoidal with 3 different lengths of walls. An iron portcullis
That we're back.
is across the last 2 feet of the room, blocking access to yet another door.
Portcullis.
Portcullis. Yeah, yeah, whatever. It's pork. It's made of pork. To make up for the bacon you guys missed at the beginning. It's a portcullis.
Does it
Portcullis.
smell like bacon?
No. What catches your attention most, however, is the diorama-like mountain range in the center of the room. It is formed in a peninsula structure coming right out of the chamber floor. Many of the mountains have peninsula.
Okay.
Peninsula structure.
Okay.
Many of the mountains have streams of lava on them, and the tops have open volcano tops.
This needs to be rewritten.
One part of the mountain has very intricately detailed structures on it and tiny statues of demons. As you get closer to the miniature volcano mountain scene, you notice there are tiny things crawling and flying around parts of it. They appear no larger than gnats and fruit flies. The tallest mountain stands only 3 feet high, making you feel like giants or even gods compared to the tiny creatures below.
I think I'm too humble to think that, but okay.
I'm supposed to play some music in the background.
So the door on the far side is closed?
The door on the far side is closed, and about 2 feet in front of it is a portcullis. Portcullis.
Portcullis.
Whatever.
Is that right?
I don't know.
Yes.
Porculus? Porculus is
Portcullis. Yeah,
No, that's not right.
It's portculus.
Portcullis.
I know.
There's no I in the middle of the T and the C, so it wouldn't be portcullis.
Yeah.
There's no portcullis. It's portculus.
But I'm not sure that there's.
It's an argument for another time. We've got video, right? We've only got like 70 minutes left on the video.
Whatever.
Or less.
Okay.
And a couple rooms to get through. For the end of this adventure. Might be a 3-parter. So, yeah. So it's about 2 feet in front of it, however it's pronounced. He's Googling it right now. I know he is. What would you guys like to do? It's awesome when you know what your players do. You know exactly what you're doing.
So what are we doing?
What are you doing?
I'm going to go to the other door and see if there's any clues as to what we might need for opening it.
Wait,
Or see if
you're
we
walking
can
into
just
the
lift it.
place of magma thing?
It's not like there's magma on the floor.
Resistance.
The floor isn't covered in magma.
I
It's just
mean,
like a little diorama.
You are consenting to me.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fine.
Great. Excellent.
Are you sure you want to touch me?
No, but I did it already, so it's done.
Okay. So as you
We
get
don't
up
want
to
you
it,
to throw up again.
you can see that the
You're not the one carrying the hammer right now.
the bars of it of the floor to ceiling wall of iron are strong, each about 2 inches thick. The bars of it, and there's no sign of rust or any kind of wear or anything on them.
Okay. But there's no symbols, there's no keyholes or any kind of indication of like any way of how to open this.
How do you know it's a door then?
Do you see the door behind it?
It has a portcullis in front of it.
That's it. Oh,
So-
I got me. like that. Yeah, like these turns.
Is it in a... Oh.
All right. Well, guess we'll look. I'm gonna look around then in the mountain range with the volcano and
When
the
I
little-
walk
and the-
in, I'm gonna start reciting the mantra of hope, and then also light, and also faith. I'm just like going through all.
I'm just
three
going through
in the
all
hope
of them.
that whatever's bad is bad and not going to touch me. Yeah, that's not how that works, but I tried.
And the only thing in this room is this diorama of the mountain range.
Yeah, mountain range volcanoes, little buzzing things.
All right. I guess I'll take a closer look.
Full buzzing things
Like,
like
are you-
actively...
Are you gonna touch it?
No.
What?
You said it's covered in lava.
Well, there's streams of lava. You know, the mountain part. I don't know.
So there's statues of demons.
There's statues, of structures on it. Tiny statues of demons. Statues. But you can see that there are tiny things crawling and flying around it, but they're no larger than gnats or fruit flies. You can't really make out what they're, because they're like...
Oh, so they don't look like demons.
Take my sword
Like
and
a
tip
gnat.
over a statue of a demon.
Oh, okay. As soon as you touch the tip of your sword to the statue, the whole mountain range starts trembling and shaking.
Oh, great.
And a buzzing sound grows louder and louder as the volcano begins to spitting out lava into the air, and the whole range collapses in on itself in a cloud of dark gray ash. The buzzing continues as the ashen cloud dissipates, and a full winged creature appears.
Is it an illusion?
No, it is not. The buzzing comes from them, and the sound of grinding in your mind threatens your focus and your sanity.
So is it just one creature or multiple creatures?
It is one. And Kane, you recognize it because you've had dealings with demons before as a mesmeric fiend. So the creature stands about 7 feet tall with dull, dark gray skin. A pair of wings sprouts from its back, slightly bat-like, but comprised mostly of shadowy magic. Do you want a full description or you just want to fight?
I heard demon.
Yeah,
I heard demon, and I grabbed my Rod of Horse
The
Life.
head attracts the most attention, the bony mask-like appearance with large plates running up its forehead. Its eyes glow a soft lavender, staring intently at you without any sense of emotion.
You as in who?
It's about to have a lot of emotions.
Where'd my sheet go? Let's use sideshow. Oh, this is. There it is. I'm gonna need some initiative. Holy crap! Okay. Don't mind me. I'm just talking.
That's not as good.
Tit.
Was that a good tit or a bad tit?
It's a pit.
It's a bad. And that's a bad. To make up for your 2 nat 20s earlier.
Well, my initiative has been low this entire time.
Yeah.
It's just that you smack things hard when you smack them.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I sit and wait.
I'm not quite as quick as I usually am. I think it's because there's a demon, and I'm not very fond of those.
You and him both are just like flabbergasted by the.
Oh, I'm not flabbergasted.
Oh no, I'm just filled.
He's
with,
just
I'm filled with too much rage.
I'm
I'm
like,
just shaking.
Aura definitely is not pro-demon. I mean, I usually embrace most races, but nope, not you.
Rawr.
So did everybody roll their initiative?
Yep.
Okay, so you got your initiative, right? I need everybody to make me a Constitution saving throw before giving me their initiative number.
Apparently, I'm only good at combat.
Okay, I'm not sure from the look on Jotun's face over here. Whether you're in pain.
Wow.
What was your roll?
You and her
Constitution
both.
saving
Both nat 20s.
13. Okay. So what's your initiative?
12. certain of what the hell I rolled, and I was like, oh, I used that dice to do the con save.
That's funny that our initiative's the same.
Okay.
22.
22
With a nat
Constitution saving
20.
throw? Alright. So what is your
12.
12 also?
Yep.
Con save of 6.
Oh, 6, okay.
And then
You had resistance.
initiative of 14.
You had resistance.
Oh, what my resistance is what, D4?
Yeah.
D4. Yeah.
You let
Hey,
me
So
touch
it's
you.
a 10.
So it's a 10.
So
My
10.
con save was a 10.
Okay, and what was your initiative?
14.
Okay, so 14. Okay, so the buzzing that's going on increases to such a loud noise in your head that you can't really focus. You're going to have a -3 on your initiative roll, your attack, your saving throws, and everything from this round of combat. As you can't really focus with the intense buzzing that's being produced in your head. So instead of 14, you're going to go on 11. Con.
6.
Oh, yeah.
He's a demon.
And then what's your initiative?
They're mean.
Adjusted for that, 1.
1. Okay.
Don't believe me.
Wow.
They're demons.
Same thing. -3 to attack roll.
Well, it was a 4. It was a 4.
Yeah, but it's the same thing as described. And last but not least, Barrett.
22? No, 20.
Oh, that's 20 on there? Okay. So
I
what's
mean, it
your,
would have been 23 if I was myself.
so what's your initiative?
2.
2. Okay. And you're still in bear form?
I'm still there.
Okay. That down here, so I don't remember it, so don't forget it. All right.
Why are you so concerned about what forms we're in, Josh?
No, so I freaking remember she's in bear form.
Mm.
Arianna. But Josh. Okay.
Like he calls me Liz when I call her Josh.
Are we not supposed to call him by his name?
It doesn't matter what you call me. Don't call me late for dinner.
Call me dude.
That.
Hmm.
All right, we're starting it off with was it Shan has a higher dex bonus than
Yeah, I have a +3.
yeah, +2. Yeah, so Shandra, we'll start it off with you.
So I'm going to take out my Rod of Light and I'm going to aim at the demon.
All right, what does it do?
As an action, this rod can fire a 1-foot beam of light toward any target within a range of 30 feet. The light can illuminate the target. Beyond that, its only purpose is useful against undead and demons. An undead or demon creature struck by the light suffers 1d8 lightning damage, plus 1 damage for every 2 levels of the user. So take 7 damage of lightning.
7?
7.
7.
And that was my regular action. As a bonus action, that's only for undead. That's a shame. We're gonna go ahead and bring out my spiritual weapon, which is dang you! I have to refresh the page. Sorry. Bring out my spiritual weapon, which is going to smack the demon.
All right.
Hopefully. We'll see. Let me go back to spell so I can actually cast the spell. Dude, spiritual. Please smack the demon. 12 plus 5 is a 17. Does that hit?
It does hit.
Cool. Take 7 force damage.
7 force damage. All right, and then anything else? Any movement?
Where am I relative to said
I'm
demon?
pretty sure not a relative of the following around. Oh, okay. We'll say, let's see, Ash collapsed in the room. If it's like any of the other rooms, it's most likely like 40 feet by 40 feet, or relative to that. So you're about 20 feet away from it.
Okay. I mean, I think I'm going to stay away from it and potentially kind of behind one of the bigger meat shields in the room.
Well, I should be right next to it since
Yeah, poke the thing and it gaps collapse.
Well, I'm
Go
not being
right in
closer
there.
to it to get behind it on the shield.
Okay, so Jotun.
I'm gonna go up to it.
Okay.
Bonus action reach.
Rage. Raging
Yeah,
Cajun.
I'm gonna try to hack out with my hand axe.
Alright.
Nope. That's a
Okay.
no.
10, yeah, is a no hit.
Is it hit?
No.
Okay.
It's not hitting.
Long damage.
Anything else?
No. Actually, would have been 12.
So, Vin.
Guess we're all pretty close to it since we're all like huddled around the mountain range. I'll whip out my rapier and run it through. I don't think I can get a backstab on it. I'm assuming like it's all kind of facing us,
Yeah, it's facing
so it doesn't count as a sneak attack.
But don't you also
you. No, it still counts as a sneak attack because Liz is right, or
He hasn't acted yet.
Alright.
Jotun.
You
Yeah,
said
and
bad
the
stuff
scene is not
happened.
active
Plus,
yet.
you have 2 other allies within 5 feet.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
But
okay.
you don't
Did-
actually have to be behind it. To
Right,
Didn't
right.
you have negatives this turn for failing the con save?
He
throw?
does, but he doesn't have disadvantage.
Oh, great.
Yes.
But my negatives aren't for to hit.
No, it is for your attack roll.
What was the negative?
-3.
3.
Hey, 17. So I only have +3, so that's +6, so 20.
Is it?
Yay! I get a D8 for my rapier. And
So make sure you guys specify to you guys. So it's initiative, attack rolls, spellcasting rolls, ability checks, and saving throws for this round when you have the negative.
Okay.
12 points of damage.
12.
Nice.
All right. And so you're right next. So you're right next to it. And then you're right next to it. Right. You're in bear form somewhere. You're behind
I'm-
one of
but
them.
But they moved forward and I
Yeah.
did not, so I guess
Alright.
I'm no longer right behind them.
Okay.
I haven't moved yet, so.
So now
I have not
it
moved to
is-
get closer to this situation.
Suddenly have this fear that he's going to do something that's going to hit all of us.
No, not this round. But he is going to take it. He got his taloned hand, and he's gonna rake it across you.
Ah!
To hit him for some good amount of damage. So this will be a 20 to hit.
That'll hit. My AC is a 17.
And that is 12 points of damage.
Oh, righty.
Don't stand so close to your range.
Don't stand so close to things. Barrick.
Terrible. That was
Okay.
terrible.
I'm gonna go up to it and bite it.
Bite it.
Oh.
You could advantage. Because you got that one and that one. Yeah, you're right there, so either way, yeah.
That's gonna be 16.
That's it.
Okay. 6 damage
Okay.
and claws. $23.
That's it. I thought you were doing damage. I was like, 23, holy crap, Bear, come on.
She's
And
been taking lessons.
Seriously.
5 damage.
5 damage? Okay. Any bonus actions or anything?
Mm-mm.
Alright, Kane.
For my wife! I'll swing. Advantage?
And you miss. No, I was like, ah.
10, 15, 12.
It's a miss.
Oh well. My wife will be avenged next round.
So, yeah. Top of the round. I need everybody to make me a con save. So the ones that were affected that failed to save last time were Kane and Ben, right? Yeah. Because you should have been at 14 and at 4.
So we have advantage. So we have advantage now that we know what we're dealing with, right?
No.
Another nat 20?
This is the see if you guys go back up to what you're supposed to be at.
Con saving throw?
Yeah, it's Constitution saving throw.
Alright.
Okay, Jotun.
16.
16? Okay.
7.
7. Okay, so buzzing in your ear, you will fall from 12 down to 9 in the initiative.
And I got a 19.
19? Okay, yeah, so you will be back up to where you should be at a 14. There.
I got a 20, so I'm back up to a 4 initiative.
You're back up, yeah. You're at 4. And then, Barrett, what did you get?
22.
Okay, so you're going to stay right where you're at.
I don't think that made a difference.
Yeah. Well, now you can go before the king.
Wow.
Yeah. So we start off the top of the round with Ben. Actually, that's how it changes around. And the only person that has negatives to their stuff this certain round is Shandro.
Now, if I back away from him, am I going to get an opportunity attack on me?
Yeah.
Disengage would be
A bonus action.
I was going to say, yeah, you should have.
Oh, right, okay.
Disengage is a bonus action.
Disengage.
Yeah.
That just lets me back off without
Yeah, disengage, basically, it lets you,
For the whole
you
turn,
disengage
you can move
before you
without-
move, and you do it as a bonus action.
I am going to disengage and fall back away from him and draw out my short bow.
Okay. Shoot it. Do this.
And I'm going to miss. With a 12.
Oh, yeah, 12 does not.
Range.
Advantage.
Oh, am I advantage? I am
No,
advantage.
he backed up.
I moved.
No, but those two are still next to it, right?
But we're not with
But
flanking.
that-
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, you can't flank with range.
So, next up we have Jotun.
I'm still standing next to her.
You're still standing.
Um,
I'm more
And
than
you
happy
got-
to get away from it.
You got Cam.
Yeah.
You got.
It would have
Took
killed
a
me.
chunk
So
out
you
of
got
you.
advantage on this.
Yeah.
okay, I know if there's flanking or not.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have said next to it to begin with.
I'm still
But
raging, right?
You're still raging because you did
But
damage
you didn't
last
know.
turn, right?
no.
Or no, I didn't do damage, sorry. 25?
That's it.
And so 6 plus 5, so 11.
That's
So
what
it's
it
one
said.
plus 2 from raging.
13.
So 13 total. Nice.
And then I can do the other hand axe as a bonus action, right?
Yes, you just don't get to add your ability score modifier to the damage since you don't have 2 weapon fighting. I don't think you have 2 weapon fighting.
No, I have a Great Weapon Master, but I did get a nat 20.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Okay.
So,
Is that your higher roll?
Yeah.
For victory? Yeah, dude. There's some damage stuff.
oh, wait. I have Great Weapon Master, and I didn't say that I was going to do this or that, but it does it. I get another attack then, right?
No, you don't have extra attack.
Great Weapon Master.
What?
On your turn, when you score a critical, it's a critical hit.
Yeah, well, that's what this is, a critical hit.
Or reduce the creatures to 0 hit points with 1. You can make 1 melee weapon attack as a bonus action.
As a bonus, oh yeah, as a bonus action, yeah, because you still have, no, you only get
Bonus
1
action.
instance of a bonus action a turn,
No,
which is what you're using right now to make this. So even though you got a critical hit on your bonus action, yeah, you don't get another bonus action.
You can't chain them.
Yeah, it's only 1 bonus action total, no matter what gives you extra stuff.
Alright, so I just get 2d6s.
Yeah, and you don't get to add the ability score.
2 and 6, so 8.
So 8 more?
Yeah.
Nice.
Did you just do 19 damage?
So, yeah.
Rage away.
yeah, it's like, swing away! No, I think she did 21. Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, after Jotun is Shanto.
So you back up?
I did back up.
Did you back up to like near me?
Yeah,
Sure.
probably because you were still at the front of the room. Yeah.
Okay. So that negative to things is only for like if I have to do an attack roll, right?
Right. Or save.
Or
a
save.
spell. Or a spell.
Attack roll, spellcasting roll, ability check, saving throw for this round.
But if I cast a healing spell, it's not going to be a negative to my healing.
It's not an attack.
Okay, cool.
Doesn't apply.
Unless it's a spellcasting roll that does damage, not just one
No.
for like life or
Yeah.
healing. Yeah.
No. So I'm going to use my last level 1 spell slot. Or do I want to just do a level 1? I don't want to use my last level 2. I'm sorry, I'm just using my last level 1 spell slot to cast Cure Wounds on you. It's a 1d8 plus 3. So you gained back 10 hit points.
Woohoo!
And I'm using my bonus action to swing at the fiend with my hammer.
With your hammer?
My spiritual, well, it's not a hammer.
Yeah.
My spiritual weapon, which is a rod. 13 plus 5 minus 3, so plus 2, so it's a 15.
That's it.
Oh, good.
I'm doing the math. I hit 13
Nice.
plus 5. Sorry.
Yeah, well,
And all of a sudden that meme
13.
with the lady doing the math. It's like,
so it just is 4 force damage. It's just a tap, really.
Oh, okay. Every tap is something. Yeah. That is Kane.
For my wife. Swing.
You
Again.
have advantage because you're across from Jotun.
That is a natural 20.
See, where's Oprah? Where's she at? Give it out the 20s. Do
Going
it.
out the 20s.
If you get a nat 20, if you get a nat 20, I'm gonna start
Alright.
charging her rent.
So that is. That is 10 damage.
Alright. Are you gonna stay right there?
Yep.
Okay, so now it is the food.
But actually, no, I'm going to do an action surge. So I'm
Take
going
another
to-
attack.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, 20!
Good job.
Man.
You gotta put that.
So that is 17 damage.
Wow.
You're making me do math on a 17 for subtraction. Okay. It's still up. But I was like, wait,
Is it really up
wait.
or kind of
Oh.
staggering up?
I had an extra 10 on this life, but it's staggering. It's staggering, but it's going to stagger so much right now that it's. God, everybody's got gnats on it. That's how usually it's determined. You guys, right? You haven't attacked it. You had nat 20 on it, right? One nat 20. And I got over there.
And I'll action surge.
Again. See if I get. Let's see if he can swipe at you with his talon. 16.
Oh,
Which is a
so
miss.
close.
Yeah. Should he fly away? No, he doesn't fly away.
It's random act flying.
What's your AC?
17 right now. Because I don't have my shield. I'm going all out.
Barrack!
Mall.
Mall. Okay, so the bear's going to the mall. What do you guys do? Okay.
Do I still get advantage?
No, because he backed away.
Okay.
So,
But you're up there. And
yes,
you're up there.
they are flanking him this way, but this way you got her here, but he backed up over there, so there's
Nope.
nobody right in the
Bite misses.
What'd you get for the bite?
Not one.
Oh, yeah, that misses. The teeth fall out.
You bet your time.
You bite your tongue. Ow.
That's a 16 to hit.
That is a hit. On the mall, right? Or no, is it the bite?
This is the claws.
No, claws, okay. The claw! Did we do that one already? I don't know.
Last week. Or,
It was the last video.
9.
No.
9?
Yep.
Okay. And
9.
And so with with the final claw. Yeah. Rawr. Anyway, so rawr. Yes. As the fiend dissipates, where is it? Dissipates into an ashen cloud into the air as though it never existed. The metal grate that we can't decide on how it's pronounced raises up. Yeah. And the door
The prosciutto rolls
yeah,
up.
the prosciutto rolls up
Yeah, right.
around the mozzarella cheese, and the things are delicious. Yeah, I know. And then the door click opens. Where's my map?
Down to rawr.
Good berry.
Good, that's a completely different spell. Good berries is a different spell.
I don't know that one.
You know good berries?
No!
Druids know good berries.
Well, I'm sure they do.
Thunder stuff.
No, that's in a lot of stuff. Yeah, there's good berries in D&D too. Okay. Let's see how much
Alright.
time we got left. Holy crap! Yeah, we don't have much time left. So, you guys.
So I'm gonna take a quick peek through that door and assume that it goes back to. Based on the shape of all these rooms, I'm going to be looking back into that room with the hole in the floor.
Yeah, you look into the room and you recognize it as the library room that you guys woke up in. But you notice there's a difference in the room. You notice that the bookcase actually seems to have shifted on the wall.
Okay.
Yeah. Looks like when you see behind it, it looks like there's something behind it because it seems like it's pulled away from the wall.
I pull the shelf.
We could have made
Yeah,
this
just
entire
tip-
thing
just tip it
shorter
over.
by just moving the bookcase.
You're gonna go in?
Yeah.
You're gonna pull the bookcase?
Yeah.
So the bookcase seems to like move as if it's on hinges, and you see that there's a doorway behind the bookcase.
We could have saved ourselves a lot of trouble if we just looked behind the bookcase.
I mean, I was too busy looking at the things in the bookcase, so this
Is there
is probably my
a
fault.
doorknob?
Sorry, guys.
Is there a way to open it?
Yeah, there's a doorknob on it.
I turn the door on.
You turn the doorknob and it opens up, and the room behind the door is pitch black. I'm like adding extra words here.
Cast light on my ring.
They're both to regular vision and infravision. You cannot make out anything in any direction.
I can see through
Seems like
magical
it's
darkness.
a very, very unnatural darkness.
I can see through magical darkness.
Also, I have Aura's Rod of Light. I can just
So you
start
can't see
shooting at
'cause
it
it's
if
no longer
necessary.
There's only darkness.
My ring is on light.
I can't see darkness. But there's just nothing.
The sound of the old man can be heard in the air, more raspy than before,
gosh.
as though he is short of breath or ill. You have done so well. I'm not far away. Soon we can stop Kzmatic.
Soon I can slit your throat
Just not too
and dump
fond
your
of
body into a canal.
women's voices near my ears. Just seems not great.
So your light doesn't seem like it can penetrate anything. You're not able to see into the room through the darkness.
I'm gonna say my mantra of light again.
But I can see through magical darkness.
You say, yeah, this is unnatural darkness.
I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame into the room.
It's Sacred Flame into the room. Are you going to enter the room to cast Sacred Flame?
No, I'm doing it from the door.
Okay. So you go to cast Sacred Flame, and it doesn't seem like it can light up the room at all. Nothing happens.
Alright,
Alright.
cast resistance on you. I walk in the damn door.
Sort of walk in.
Yep.
As you walk in,
Uh-huh.
are you all walking in?
Sure.
Might as well. Jotun's falling asleep. Going like, screw this place.
I mean, I would have liked to nap to get my slots back, but whatever.
You guys want to take?
The
You guys
door
want to take a
closes.
rest before we went in here in the light room? You guys can.
I'm not sure if we want to stay in a room, but if we could take a long rest, that would be amazing, and I could get all my spell slots back.
I don't know
We
about-
already had rat and rations.
I don't know about a long rest, but a short rest.
The short rest doesn't do anything for both of us.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm good with taking a long rest.
You want to take a long rest?
I don't know. This guy didn't make it sound like we're in a hurry.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair. And it's not like we're starving yet.
Well, he has brought in like 4 teams of adventurers, so he has time.
Yeah.
Cool. We're taking a long rest.
Okay. So we're going to take a long rest, which is really good because this is the perfect place to stop. So we're going to need to do part 3. Woo! We thought we were going to get through it this time, but we didn't. So you guys all get well rested.
Yes.
Roll some hit die if you're getting some hit points back. Get your spell slots back.
Well, it's just a long rest.
It's a long rest, right? Yeah. So you get stuff back, whatever you're getting back. Yeah, because you're supposed to get back hit die, or half your hit die, whatever. Yeah. And then we will see you all for part 3 in the conclusion of Kzmatic's Keep. Woo. Subscribe to the channel.
I believe in your goodness.